Africa is done begging. Now, it's demanding billions in refunds from Europe and the UK. What started with visa fees is turning into a full-blown diplomatic firestorm. The silence is over. Africa is rising and it wants justice. Did you know that African citizens have paid billions in visa fees to Europe and the UK, only to be rejected without explanation, refund, or justice? Well, that will no longer be swept under the rug. In a historic diplomatic storm, Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema has done the unthinkable. He's calling on the UK and EU to refund Africa for decades of what many now call legalized extortion. And guess who's backing him? Burkina Faso's Captain Ibrahim Traoré, whose latest expose has shaken global diplomacy. For years, Africans have paid non-refundable visa fees to embassies in London, Paris, and Berlin, fees that cost between $100 to $300 for just a chance to visit or study in Europe. Most applicants never got a reply. Others were rejected. No interview, no clear reason, and no refund. This broken process has collected billions from African families, many of them poor, with no transparency and no accountability. Until now, President Hichilema has called it what it is: a scam, a systematic and exploitative cycle where African hopes are turned into Western profits. Speaking before the African Union, Hichilema demanded that European countries refund all money collected from denied visa applicants over the past decade. This is not a request, he said. This is a formal diplomatic demand. Quote, "You cannot take our people's money, refuse them entry, and walk away with both the cash and our dignity." This caught European diplomats off guard. No one expected Zambia, a historically calm and diplomatic nation, to make the first serious financial demand in this long-standing injustice. But the real shock came when Captain Ibrahim Traoré backed him publicly. In a powerful televised address, Traoré didn't just support Zambia's call. He exposed something deeper. According to him, Western visa policies are part of a neo-colonial strategy, a system designed to drain money from the global South, limit African mobility, and keep power imbalances in place. He accused European governments of using visa systems to create psychological borders that keep Africans mentally and physically dependent. And here's the shocker. Traore revealed internal data showing over 70% of visa revenue from Africa goes to private contractors and offshore systems, not the actual governments. In short, Africans are funding European private companies for a system that strips them of dignity. This isn't just a diplomatic issue. It's a social justice movement. On TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, African youth are rising with rage, receipts, and resistance. Hashtags like hashtag Visa Refund Now, hashtag Africa Matters, and hashtag Stop the Scam are trending. Popular creators are sharing heartbreaking stories. Students losing scholarships because of embassy delays. Families paying again and again, only to be rejected. People spending life savings just for silence. The people have had enough. Now, African leaders are catching up with the anger of their citizens. In London, the UK Foreign Office is reportedly in emergency talks. In Brussels, EU officials called Zambia's remarks regrettable. But behind the scenes, there's fear. Fear that Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Kenya might follow Zambia's lead. Already, Zimbabwe's President Mnangagwa and Mali's interim government have expressed support for an AU-wide audit of visa policies. Western media is trying to dismiss this as populism, but the truth is clear. The world is watching. If you're African, this moment is about more than visas. It's about justice. It's about how systems designed to serve a few have quietly drained the rest. Whether you're a student traveler or a proud citizen, this issue touches your sovereignty. Captain Traore is unafraid to say what many only whisper. This isn't just about Zambia or Burkina Faso. This is a Pan-African moment. The African Union has quietly launched a committee to explore legal action. Youth groups are collecting data, testimonies, and evidence continent-wide. Africa is not just rising, it's reclaiming. Reclaiming voice. Reclaiming dignity. Reclaiming money and futures stolen in silence. What will Europe and the UK do? Will they apologize, refund, and reform? Or double down? One thing's for sure. The silence is over. President Hichilema lit the match. Captain Traore poured the fuel. Now, the fire of accountability is burning across Africa.